Welcome to
Within the Chaos
with your host,
Rodney Shortridge,
and co-host,
Robin Dalton.
From deep within the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, welcome everyone, and thank you for joining Within the Chaos. My name is Rodney Shortridge, and I'll be your host tonight, along with my lovely co-host. Oh, God. Robin,
you sure you ain't been talking to Jeff tonight?
I get tongue-tied sometimes. I'm sorry about that. Well, tonight our special guest is the beautiful and talented Maritza Brikisak. I got that right.
I'm so glad you finally learned how to say her name.
I know it's always been a pain, but I got it.
You did good.
Oh, thank you. Maritza is a multi-award-winning international American actress from Canada. Born in South America of German descent, Maritza caught the acting bug when her significant other suggested she take an acting class, when he noticed that she loved to be the center of attention. Maritza is a very positive role model for all women. She has lived and worked in Canada, England, the Bay Area, and now she resides in the sunny and hot and dried up Los Angeles, California. Maritza just finished her most ambitious project, The Lurking Man, where she plays the lead role of, I hope I'm saying this right, Cailean, an alcoholic, abusive mother who is given a chance of redemption as she takes the job of death. Maritza is also the executive producer of this film. Maritza is also one of my dear friends and also a Black Diamond Paranormal Society honorary member. And until she calls in, I just gave you intro to her. She should be calling in here within the next couple minutes. So, did you enjoy that snow, Robin? We got Snowmageddon.
No, I did not, because, to me, the perfect weather would be at least 75 degrees year-round. I do not like snow. I do not like cold. I was not born for the cold.
Are we on?
Are we on?
I hope so, because let's see here. I think we are.
Holly?
Well, people, you gotta understand, we're still a little new to this, so if we make a baby, oops.
I'm sure Holly would have let us know by now. Or Ryan or somebody.
It's going to be funnier than hell when y'all just talking to each other.
Who was that?
Jeff.
Was that the voice from up above?
Yeah. Don't give him any new names now.
I get ready to say, did Trace Atkins, did we actually get him on the show?
Well,
Well, I know what. Go ahead. Don't stop.
That was supposed to be the end of this film.
I was wondering, I'm like, okay, you build up the suspense. Where we're going with it?
I'm going to let you keep thinking about it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Let's don't let him get the big head.
Yeah. I was going to say, he already gets told he looks like Triple H and Trace Atkins.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty soon he's going to dump me, and he's going to go try to find him some fancy rich model or something.
Well, at least he don't get told he looks like a 1980s wrestler.
No, he gets told he looks like a new age wrestler.
I know. Yeah, he's the new age. Yeah, it ain't the fat hillbillies like me. He's that new age. Only thing he needs is some HGH, and he's got it made. But yeah, I believe. I believe that Maritza has just called in. So everybody,
Yay!
we'll quit running our mouth and let's get to know Maritza and let her have the floor. Okay. Maritza, are you on?
Yes, I am. I'm here.
Hello, beautiful.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, and it seems we're having a slight delay.
Oh,
That's
great.
That's okay. That's okay. Is that Robin?
Yes, it is gorgeous. How are you?
Hi, Ann. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, Rodney. How are you, babe?
I'm doing all right. How's my little Oscar to be California sunshine superstar doing?
Well, the weather is being sunny, like you said, but to us, it's not that warm. We're down to 70s sometimes, and that means heavy coats and boots and jackets, but definitely no snow like you guys are getting.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of snow last weekend. Oh, my gosh.
We got winter all in one weekend.
Yeah, I don't miss it. And you guys get heavy snowfall.
No, I'd rather be in the sunny California sunshine on the beach or something. That's been so nice this weekend.
It's been, well, I'm not going to lie. I was sun tanning yesterday, so.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
no
know,
good.
it's nice. I mean, 70 degrees is still warm, so yeah.
Well, everybody fusses at me because it's like 30 degrees here, and I'm running around in my shorts and tank top, and
you guys are acclimated. You know, you get used to it. I mean, here is like balmy out. To us, it's freezing at 70s. You guys is like, oh my God, this is like, sultring.
Yeah. When it's 40 degrees here, I walk outside and I'm like, all right, it feels like 80 degrees. Hey.
I know. That's nice.
Well, Maritza, I do appreciate you coming on. And why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your travels and how you got into acting?
Let's see. How far back should we go?
As far back as you want to go.
As far back as possible and reasonable. So I guess what I usually tell people, the summary is pretty cute. I always say I'm an American from Canada, born in South America of German descent.
Now that's a mouthful.
And that covers pretty much everything. Like, yes, I was born in South America, but I was raised in Venezuela and Canada, and then had the fortune of living and working in London, England. Then I came over here to the United States, but first to the north of California, the Bay Area. And eventually, the industry brings us all to Los Angeles. We all land here at one point. Everybody. It doesn't matter where you come from, how long it's taken. We all fall in LA.
Now, how scary was it when you ended up in LA? Were you nervous at all? I mean, that's big place.
When I first came to Los Angeles, sorry, Robin?
Yes.
I wasn't, because the reason I took the long way around was because one of the things you really, really learn early on is to come to this city when you feel ready, when you have enough of a resume. You don't want to come here blank, brand new, a newbie, no experience. At least have some. Or if you come with nothing, like fresh off the boat, like we say, be mentally ready that it's going to be a journey, that you're going to have to learn everything here. If you don't want, if you want to come later, that's even better. You have a reputation, you have a resume, you have some experience, you have something to show. So you're not starting at the bottom, right? So there are two ways to do it. If you have time and if you're young, by all means, come to the city. But if you're, like I was, or more of a mature actor, then wait. It's easier and better to wait and come when you feel you have enough of a body of work that you will skip all the beginnings and all that, the suffering and the pain. So that's what you do.
Well, how long have you been acting?
I would say all my life. I just didn't know I was an actress. As kids, you play games in school, you do plays and such and so forth and so forth. But to officially call myself an actress or an actor, like most people say, to be PC, that I remember exactly was in 91 when I made that conscientious decision. I am an actress. I am not, a computer person and I do acting on the side. I'm not an editor. I do acting. I'm not this and I do acting. No. Once I decided to think of acting as my real job, as my profession, as my career, that's when things started happening and changing for me. And that happened in 91.
Wow. And what made you realize it? I mean, in 91, what finally turned the light switch on that you're like, okay, I'm an actor?
Well, you have to make that decision. I mean, a lot of people you run into the industry. We all have multiple jobs when we begin, 2, 3, to try to make ends meet. It's just that don't think of the other job, the survival job, we call it. Don't think of that as your primary career, as your primary profession. Think of the acting as your main, your life, and anything else is just a means to get there. What happens very often is the survival job takes over, and then you are the job and the actor. You are the job and a director. You are the job and something else. Once you start putting your dream before anything else, that's when you will see things happening and changing for you.
Wow.
Well,
In the acting,
for me.
in anything you do, not just in the acting, like whatever it is you want to, like whenever they say, what do you want to be when you grow up? Whatever that is, put that first. And everything else is just, a means to get there.
Cool. Well, I know you just finished filming the Working Man. Can you explain the process of filming a movie like that and your role, your character, and you also said that you was the executive producer of this one?
Yeah, usually I've done producing before, and it's a major undertaking. So I wasn't really jumping at the opportunity. I haven't jumped at, done it in many, many years. But so I've been very, very happy just working for other people's projects and, acting. And when you work as an independent contractor, like that's what we are, we come in and pretty much we do all jobs. It could be in front of the camera, behind the camera. It could be anything. You pretty much know all the aspects of filmmaking, and if you come with a background in theater, pretty much is the same thing. You learn all the aspects of performing. So I was pretty happy doing, acting here, acting there. And many, many years ago, well, not really, that was just 4 years ago or something, I had the fortune of working on this film called The Cursed Man, written by Keith Rommel and directed by Jim Perry. That was a few years ago. I think it's about to be released, by the way. I don't have an exact date, but that's how long a feature film could take. I think it was 2012 when we started doing that one, and it's been till now to finally see it being done. So it was working in that film that I got to know the writer, Keith Rommel, and he got familiar with my work and so forth. And then he offered me, or he suggested, if I would be interested in The Lurking Man, his other novel. And he said he would love for me to play the leading role of Cailean. And I just jumped at the opportunity. I mean, it was insane for me not to do it. For the first time in many, many years, here it was a role that was just amazing for an actress. It's so crazy in the sense that it's a trip. It's like an emotional, exhausting trip. I mean, the film is about this mother, which is an alcoholic woman. It's no secret. The movie is she's dead. She is dead, and she is given a chance, a redemption, if she takes the job of death. That's it. That's what the movie is about. But, I hope I don't reveal too much and spoil it, being dead, when you're in limbo, before you go to purgatory, or when you're in there, before your judgment is being given, you sort of lose your memories of how you got there and where you're going. So in order to take the job of death has to help her remember her past. And that's the movie. It's about all the things she did while alive. And at the very end, we decide whether she takes the job or not. And maybe I shouldn't say anymore. So, I don't want to spoil it. I mean, that's not bad. So it was a big, big undertake. I mean, I could have just said yes to just being an actress and go the same old route of having a producer come in and do everything else, bring the money, bring the locations, blah, 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 whatever, blah, blah, blah. But somehow I felt very, very strong here, and I felt I had to do it myself. I needed to maintain creative control. If you give away that in this particular time, with this particular project, I just couldn't do that. I had to do it myself. So I became the executive producer for this film. And and everything I expected, all the headaches, all the sleepless nights, all the nightmares, it all happened. It's still happening, but I knew.
Isn't this the movie that Dorian Gray worked with you in?
Yes, this is the one where he came to play the role of Emerson, and which is kind of like a friend, a lover type character. And it was great working with him. I loved him, and and hopefully he'll love what we did and how we put the movie together. And I mean, we're really looking forward to it. We're really proud of what we've done. We wrote it, rewrote it, and rewrote it with my director, Jen Page. We went through all kinds of revisions, tried to turn this script into the best possible script ever. And we did.
Awesome.
We did because he won an award for best script at the Z Film Festival. So we knew we had a winning script in our hands. So it was now the matter of taking it into the screen. So it's been pretty cool. And like I said, mine falls under the classification of micro budget. I am not a super amazing, huge Hollywood producer, but millions and millions of dollars. We don't have that kind of money. So for what we had and the time we did it in, it's just we're very, very happy, very pleased with the results.
That's awesome. I know that we worked together a little bit. You know, you did all the work, and I was amazed watching it with UTO down in Kentucky, and now the director Eddie Frankie's also working on another project, Leah Smock. What role or what is your what are you doing? I mean, I know you're acting, but are you also going to be producing, or you have any other type?
That, because Leah is still in what's called pre-production. I don't know much about my involvement there yet, but working with Altio, that was so cool. I mean, that's how we kind of sort of met, but we met before then. It was while we were making Altio that we actually met each other face to face. That was so awesome, so cool, I thought, because, I mean, meeting, that was one of a very, very wonderful stepping stone in my career. Working in Kentucky and meeting Eddie, and working with Eddie and working with you guys, that it marks an amazing step in my life. And I tell you, and I owe it all to social media. I mean, it all started by accident somehow with Facebook. Eddie had seen a photograph of a character I played, in another production, and he was at the time writing Altio. It wasn't even a thing yet. And one thing a lot of writers and novelists do is they use the images of actors to personify their characters. So he asked me if he could use my image for La Fille. And that's how it all began. But that was, again, if you think back, how many years was it? A couple of years ago now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because we did the movie last year? I think it was.
May.
No, the year before? I can't even tell. Time goes so fast. But like anything, you get an idea, a concept, you write it down, you develop it, and the next thing you know, you're filming.
Yeah, it was a great experience for me and, for the people of Black Diamond, and also to be a part of Leah Smock. I'm excited to be working with Eddie and you all again. Y'all taught me so much. I've always been interested in the film industry and learning from great folks like yourself and the other actors and that we met while we were there. It just amazes. But I was just wondering, do you do just movies or do you do TV and film?
I do everything. When it comes to being a performer, an actor, it's the acting. Actually, I've done everything from live theater to what do you call this? Shows like no, it's not shows. It's like when car shows, that kind of thing. When you spokesperson, that kind of thing. Any type of activity that requires an outspoken, and friendly person, actors fall into that, and we get a lot of those jobs. So any kind of activity that requires some kind of performing, whether it's presenting a project, presenting a product, acting on a stage, acting on a commercial, on a film, on a drama, on a comedy, on a horror, it's all the same. It's a matter of which one is your favorite. Do you like doing comedy more than horror? Do you like doing commercials more than feature films? Do you like doing short films? But it's all the same. The mechanics are the same. There's a big, huge difference between doing theater and doing film. As you know, when you do a play, there is a beginning, a middle, and an end. And you sit through that and you experience the entire performance with the actor, together with the actor. Now, filming, as you probably, discovered at an extent when we did Altio, it's all over the place. You film the beginning at the end. You film the middle of the movie. somewhere in the morning, then they film the end at night. So the scenes are all over the place. So it requires a different kind of skill. In the theater, for example, you build up to the emotions, to what's going on, because you have the time. You start and, you have an hour to 2 hours to develop the character and take that journey. When you're doing film, pardon?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
No, I know what I was going to say. When you do film, you don't have that luxury because you're now dependent on location. So you have to do all the scenes dependent on that location, regardless of where they are in chronological order. So if there's an emotional scene followed by a happy scene followed by this and that, you have to be able to get there very fast. And that's a skill that you develop for television and film. You don't have the luxury of time when you do film or TV. On TV, even less time than film. TV is very fast. Very,
so do you
fast.
have a particular genre that you like working with?
No. I decided to become an actress. I was fortunate enough that now I can be 100% actress or 100% filmmaker. I don't have a second job. This is it. I do movies day and night, or film day and night, or anything. Like I you make it that way. You work towards that. So now I can happily say I do what I like, and I like what I do.
Heck yeah. Well, how supportive is your family of you being an actor?
Let me see. When I started, of course they were not.
I know that was a
they were all in denial. It's like, no parent wants their kid to fall into this industry. As you know, it's very uncertain, and you don't know what you're going to be doing 2 weeks from now, if you're going to have a job. So parents worry about their kids having a good life and a roof over their head, a meal on the table, and clothes on their back. So they're not going to encourage any type of profession, whether it's being a musician, a writer, a performer. It's just not something parents are comfortable with. So, yes, for the longest time, my mother could not accept I was doing this. And I'm a computer science graduate from Queen's University in Canada. So for the longest time, when she'd introduce me to people, it wouldn't be, oh, she's the actress. It'd be, she's the graphic designer. She's the... and it took years for them to finally realize that this is it. I'm serious. I am actually doing it.
See, and that's what I'm kind of worried about, because my daughter, she's 17, she's almost 18, and her dream, she's been doing this for a couple of years, is doing special effects makeup. And I know, she's good at it, and I know that she can do this if she really focuses on it. My big concern is I know she's going to have to move away from here.
Pretty much.
This. And
pretty much.
I'm scared to death.
Oh, no, you would be, because as parents, we want to make sure our kids are safe. And, we want them to live well. The thing is, I did have the second job and the third job when I started. It just happens that, the more work you do, the better work you get, and eventually you will have more work on doing something that you like instead of doing something that you don't like. So eventually you'll be able to support yourself. The same thing is going to happen with your daughter. And with those tech jobs, it's just a matter of getting in as an intern, and one job leads to another. So eventually, she will take off. And like I said, and you can find work in your area big time. A lot of the industry is moving that way. The only reason you come here, like I said, she won't have to leave right away. Build your career close to home. You can become a big fish in a small pond very quickly. And you can develop an amazing resume in your local area. Then, when it's time, then you leave. And, whatever big area, it doesn't have to be LA, but if LA is where you want to be, then come. So don't worry too much, Robin. It's not going to be an overnight.
I'll try not to, but she's already driving me half crazy. I'm scared for her to be out of my sight.
But that's pretty amazing that she's already very focused on what she knows she wants to do. I mean, that's right there. She's halfway there already. I mean, that's something that not many people understand, is that you have to have that commitment. And if she's already that committed, she's going to do well.
I hope so, because this is, I believe she can do it. I just hope she keeps her head on straight long enough to get where she wants to be.
Oh, yeah, and the other thing is that leave the options open. Like, try everything. And if you keep coming back to that one choice, then that's the one, right? So don't just go blindly into this one profession that you think it is the one as well. Like, by all means, challenge yourself, question your choices. Don't talk yourself out of them. But give yourself the flexibility of trying everything.
Right.
I got a question. Is there any particular one A-lister that you would like to do a film or TV with?
You know what? That's a good question. There's a lot of people I do like, but would I want to work with them? In the sense that it works both ways. Would they want to work with me, right? It's like kind of like, it's like I have to be in their radar, right? I have to become someone they want to work with. And that's the whole purpose of doing this. I did. I was ready to take my career to the next level. So becoming the producer in this film, The Lurking Man, it's going to take, or hopefully it's going to help me to become more visible and eventually, work with a different tier of actors. That'd be awesome because, everybody wants to go to the top. And, yes, we all want to get to the Oscars. And but who do I like? I like a lot of actors. I like a lot of them. So, yeah, it's just a matter of, getting myself out there, and hopefully, I get to meet them as a peer, not as a fan.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Oscars, do you have any opinion about what's going on with the racial divide with the Oscars right now?
You know what? I am not too worried about the politics of it and whatnot. Awards have been there for their intent and purpose, which is recognizing someone's work and efforts. If there's a controversy right now that's not for me to get involved with, I don't do politics, I don't do religion, I don't do any of those I don't get into that type of argument. It's too personal. It's too personal. They are what they are. I mean, the awards, they've been here for I don't know how many years now. So, unlike anything, things grow and change. What's happening now is probably a sign that it's time for change, for development, for growth. So, it's all good.
That's true. That's true. Oh, you came to visit us back in October, and to be our guest at our Halloween dance, and everybody fell in love with you. Do you have any plans of coming back here on the East Coast, or maybe coming and visiting us again?
It's hard to say. The thing about this industry, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing 2 weeks from now, a month from now, or 5 months from now. For example, I do know, because I committed to this, I don't know how many months, it was last year, last October actually, or November, I can't remember when they told me, about Beaufort International Film Festival. That I am attending because I'm a nominee, but that I know because they gave me plenty notice.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. But that's the thing with this industry. I mean, you have to, the kind of people that get attracted world are the kind of people that are comfortable not knowing what they're going to be doing a week from now, a month from now, 3 months from now. We have an idea, but it's not fixed, right? We are comfortable not knowing. So there's a few projects I still have pending from a year or two ago. I have no idea when we're going to film. And, when the green light finally happens, it's going to be one of those, okay, let's try and schedule it. So, yeah, October is like, Jesus, it's like an eternity away.
Yeah, it's true.
I love to come. I have to think about my outfit. I make it easy, people. Make it easy. I mean, you guys, what was it? Not just, it was a steampunk concept. It's like, come on.
But you pulled it off beautifully.
Oh, I loved your Ghostbusters costume. That was great.
It was awesome, but I had to think.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I had to think. I had to plan. I couldn't just go to the store and grab something off the rack. It's like, no.
Oh, I love where you had our logo plastered on the back of that.
It had a moment of inspiration. I had to do it. It's like, it made so much sense to me.
You definitely had us represented. I was proud.
Well, but it made sense because if you guys remember, the whole thing started to be a participant in one of your investigations. And then it just so happened that it got scheduled around the Halloween party. So one thing, led to the other, and it kind of like you said, the concept. So, yeah, it made total sense to do it.
Oh, yeah. It was beautifully done. If anybody hasn't seen her pictures, go to my Facebook or website.
I love them. I love the photos you guys took. It was awesome. It was a great time. And, like, what you guys do for the community, the Pocahontas community, it's just amazing. It's just wonderful. And all helps. And it's just so nice to see all those people happy coming to these events, and it's just something they look forward to. So it's kind of neat. It was so neat. It was awesome being part of it.
Oh, we were honored.
Great having you there. It was great spending time with you. You were such a down to earth person and so fun to be around and so sweet.
Thank you. And you didn't. I don't know if you knew, but I had my toe was bitten by a bee.
Yeah.
Right. I remember your toe being messed up. Yeah.
Right. So I wasn't moving much. I had to limit my walking.
You come here and you get bee stung. I'm sorry.
No, I got bitten in California, and then of course it wasn't until during the flight and the trip to there that it got infected and the whole thing, and then I couldn't walk. But it was funny though. I mean, no more dancing, no dancing for me, and but that's funny. I mean, I don't want to do it again.
Wasn't that fun, huh?
Well, what was so fun about that is after you left and a few weeks went by, some of the nurses and people at the hospital you went to, I know them, and they would see me out, and they're like, Rod, that actress that came in here, how do you know her?
That's funny, because we got talking and chatting. Wonderful. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful hospital and the whole bit. And it was just like a block away. So, I wasn't intending to have the toe checked after it got, bitten by the bee. But it looked pretty ugly. Had the hospital not been a block away, I would have not gone. And I'm so happy. Things happen for a reason. I was so happy the hospital was so close, because I went at 2 o'clock in the morning when I landed, and I arrived. And, yes, I figured, hey, so close by, let's just go visit. And it turned out it was worse than I thought. And I'm happy I did go. I wasn't happy about having to be, getting the tetanus shot and the antibiotics and the whole bit. but it was worth it. I had no idea the infection was so bad. I could have lost my toe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did go.
Yeah, it was bad. I had no idea. So it was a blessing that, things happen for reasons. So being there at that time when it happened, it was like, okay, let's go check it out. And I tell you, I had a great time at the hospital. And I'm so glad they remember me, because I remember them too.
Oh, they do. Every time I see them out, they're asking how you're doing, and I said she's fine. She's staying busy as usual.
And tell them saved my toe. I gotta tell them they saved my toe. I did not. I know. I'm a wimp. I cannot imagine. I know. If it happened, and I happened to lose a limb or an ability or something, I would learn to cope with it. But right now, as of this moment, I want all my 10 fingers and toes. I just don't want to deal with having to learn another skill or something right at the moment. I know. It can be done, but I don't want to be there, no.
Is there any particular director that you'd like to work for, or any particular character that you would like to do?
Eventually, someday in the future, of course, everybody wants to work with Tarantino.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Who doesn't, right? So, yeah, that would be eventually. But I don't know. A long time ago, he said he would retire after 10 movies. So he's there now. So who knows? By the time I get in his radar, if he's going to be done or something. But, yeah, who doesn't want to work with him? He's amazing.
Oh, I would like to just be shot up. Just explode. Just to be a Tarantino movie. Oh, my gosh. That'd be a dream come true.
Yeah, I know. Being a fly on the wall is like awesome.
Yeah. Well, is it hard to keep your private life outside of being a star? And don't say you're not a star.
Well, I'm not there yet as a huge star, but so far, yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not there yet. I'm experiencing at a very lower degree what it would be like. But again, hopefully I'm not wrong in assuming, but I don't think I have a difficulty separating the two, because I've always done it. It's like, people will know what you tell them. They will get into your life if you invite them, whatnot. So it's just a matter of how you plan your life to be. If you want to keep the two separate, I don't see why you shouldn't be able to. I don't know yet if things will change or not, but so far I haven't had a difficulty. I mean, if it feels like I'm crossing that line of, somebody wants to know too much or something, you just say, I'm sorry, that's as far as I go, or whatnot. So you can control it. But like I said, at the level I'm at, I can still control it. And
what did it feel like the first time somebody actually recognized you and noticed you from something you worked on?
I love it. It was so neat. It's like, oh my God, you watched that show, or this is so cool. So no, it's really awesome being recognized, because that's the dream. That's the goal, to be known for your body of work. I mean, my goal someday is to stop having to introduce myself.
Right.
Right.
I've seen many of your clips, from Opio and some of the work you've done. And I really felt what you were feeling, in those clips, and you were so passionate. I mean, how hard is it to stay in that character and get in that character like that?
This is interesting, because it shouldn't be work in the sense like, oh my God, tomorrow I have to cry. Oh my God, tomorrow I'm going to die. Oh my God. It shouldn't be like that. The way you portray a character is like you become that character and you live the life of that character, right? It's like you use your imagination in that. It's not a matter of I have to force myself. There shouldn't be any forcing. If you find you're pushing onto becoming a character, then maybe you shouldn't be playing that. Because every character you play, it will be you into some, a way, shape, or form. You're still you.
Now, is it hard to learn lines, or are there times when you have to kind of change things around because,
it's
just
easy
fits
to
better?
learn. Yeah, it's easy to learn a whole script than it is to learn one line. Everybody knows those horrible one-liners. They are impossible to learn. But you can learn an entire script. You can learn like a play. You can learn hundreds of pages, thousands of lines, no problem. Because the way memory works, it's like through repetition, and there's a connection. But it's those one-liners that have no connection at all whatsoever. Those are the hardest ones. The small paragraphs, the sentences, those are harder. But like I said, for the movie I just did, playing the whole thing, it was a little easier because not only I was almost in every scene. People are going to get really sick of me.
No, you're awesome.
We might have to change the name to, instead of the Lurking Man, the Maritza movie or the Cailean movie.
Well, I know when we was working on UTO, you were going into this big speech, and Eddie had told us to, show some excitement, and everybody was standing around you, and you were just giving your lines, giving your heart into it, and then I just blurted out, "Hell yeah!"
I remember that. That was so good. And yes, we need more of that.
I looked over at Eddie. I did. I thought,
I'm a nervous wreck about this upcoming. We're doing this film with Leah Smock. I've never done anything like this, and I hope I don't ruin everything.
Well, I suppose, because like you said, Robin, you haven't done anything like that before. But now think about it the next time, and the next time, and the next time, right? So it gets easier the more you do it. But that first time, that's nerve-wracking.
Well, I'm glad I'm going to be with my people.
Baby steps.
I don't know. You might have me say "hell yeah" out of the blue and just ruin it all, and Eddie be sitting there scratching his head, going, "Rodney, not again."
Oh, that is so cool. But it was necessary. It was good. I wish more people had the courage to voice out how they felt, because you want those reactions when you're filming. You want that kind of reception. That means you're doing your work. People are responding. Just a lot of people don't know what they're supposed to say, and they don't want to say something wrong, so they rather say nothing.
Well, I voiced my opinion. It made me, when I looked around.
I was happy.
Well,
I was happy you did.
I'm glad I made you happy, but everybody else kind of looked at me like, "Gee, dude, what are you doing?"
You weren't getting involved.
I was. And the scene where you and I call him Superman because he's built like a little Superman. But what's his name again? Well,
Jeff.
Jeff Armstrong. When you and Mr. Whitehead and Jeff had that scene with Eddie, that was the most.
The death scene at the end.
Oh yes. I was sitting there watching.
That was a nice scene.
That was beautiful. I mean, all of you all together, it was like it was like magic. I was watching magic just form right in front of my eyes.
I really enjoyed that scene too, and it was a great collection of actors as well. But, like what you mentioned is like it's who you're with, doing it with, that makes a big difference. So it was like a collective. Response. I mean, you feed from the other performer and stuff. It's pretty cool, and I really like that scene too. I loved it. It was really nice.
Oh yeah, it was one of my favorites too. And I'm gonna see if I can get Jeff on the show sometime. I know I've got Eddie and Mr.
The plan at the time was to film the short when we did, and eventually do the trilogy. It's not just one film that Eddie wrote. He wrote a 3-part film. Three films. It's massive, his script. And it's a wonderful, amazing script he did. So that would be definitely a wonderful, wonderful thing if it were to happen. Like, actually get the Ultio trilogy out. There's so much to tell, so much story. It's just a wonderful story.
Oh yeah, I agree. It's a heartfelt story. It's a story that, to me, it touches off on a lot of personal feelings, especially in the South, of a lot of homeless that is not. They're there, they're seen, but they're ignored, and it's terrible.
Right, and that's why he did, and I thought it was amazing that he brought awareness to this situation through fiction, which is not 100% fiction. It's based on true events, but he did it in a very interesting way, and he did something that no one's ever done. Eddie turned one of the most uncommon stereotypes, the homeless, into heroes, and that's unseen and heard of. It's just wonderful what he did. And like I said, the little bit we did, the 20 minutes we did, that just touches a fraction of the story and the depth that he wrote.
Wow, I'm excited when he's able to get it all finished and see how it all comes together, because it's with your work and all the other actors, it was just amazing.
It was wonderful. I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I did it. And like again, that experience, I met so many wonderful people, and finally got to see a lot of friends that I had only known online, 2D. I got to meet them in 3D. That was awesome. That includes you guys, and everybody was awesome.
Oh, thanks.
What's happened? Did it happen to you the way it happened to me? Is like you meet each other, but you don't feel like it's a new thing. It's like I've known you for a while now. It's like it makes sense, right? Like this is what you look like. I kind of, you have that familiarity that happened because of social media, but it's not like a weird thing. It's like a compliment. It's just like, oh yeah, I know you. How you doing?
Well, have you ever worked on a film or show or TV show that they didn't compliment each other, the actors, that it, let's say, I don't know, maybe there's some conflict or no one could really work with each other or anything like that?
The thing is, you don't have to love everybody to like what you do, right? I mean, it's hard to love everyone, but you can like people. You can like things about everyone. So when you go to work, you don't know anyone well enough. You're not friends with anybody, but you know the relationship of the characters, and that's your job. To be the lover, the wife, the girlfriend, the friend, that's your job, to have that relationship already developed. So whether you know the other actor or not, it's not relevant. You know the character, and that's what you work with. Eventually, you will get to know the other performers, and that could go both ways. It could either they're awesome and wonderful and amazing people, or they could be the kind of people you don't want anything to do with. But it's great when you get to work with wonderful, great people, because it just adds so much more to a performance when you like everybody.
Well, we got a caller here. I want to, if you want to take a call and see if somebody's got a question for you that I've missed.
If I can answer it, yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can get them on here real quick. Let's see. Let's try this again. Hello, caller. You're with Rodney Shortridge and Robin Dalton and our special guest, Maritza Brikisak. Would you like to ask her a question or your thoughts about tonight's show? Where'd they go?
Hello?
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 There you are.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, let me tell you. Rodney, I'm going to kill you. I was listening.
That's my girl right there.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, this is the Connor sisters. We couldn't let Maritza come on here and not show her and Rodney and Robin love, could we, Ashley? We couldn't. Oh my gosh, we love hearing y'all's voices.
Oh, I love my girls too.
How are you doing, Maritza?
I'm doing great. This is funny to get together on a call. That's awesome.
I know we
like,
see.
Open all the lines, let everybody come in, and let's say hello.
How are you? We see you working, darling. You look like you are working your butt off.
I'm happy that I'm busy, and I can keep busy. That is definitely a blessing because I know other actors, actresses that are not that fortunate. But I'm not the type to sit around waiting. So that helps a lot with the ability of keeping busy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if something comes my way, I take it. I very seldom say no. And if I'm offered a part, a role, or working with a friend, I mean, they come from all directions. It's like a friend of the agents, or something I find myself, or something I do produce myself. So there are many, many ways to work on your career, and I've been extremely fortunate that way that I've done it all, and will continue to do more because there's just no limitations but the ones you set yourself, and I have no intentions of stopping.
Oh, you shouldn't, honey, because you're darling. We got to meet you because Rodney invited us down, and we were so delighted to meet you, honey. If anybody meets you out there, you are like a little shining star. I swear to goodness. If they don't like you, then they don't know what the hell a star is, honey.
Thank you. Love you.
Oh. Well, we just wanted to show y'all support and stuff like that and tell you that we loved you, and Rodney and Robin are doing a wonderful job. But, Maritza, we had to support you, baby.
Thank you. I do appreciate it because, I mean, like I said, that visit to Kentucky, a part of my heart stayed behind. And the connection is there and will always be there, and I don't want to lose it.
Oh, you are just so sweet, darling. We bonded over being German, honey. I picked you out in a lineup.
German.
Things I cannot hide.
Well, that's about. We're getting about ready to wind this down, and girls, I do appreciate y'all calling in and giving us support and supporting Maritza.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I mean, everybody listening, I know a lot of friends are. I just want to say thank you, everyone. Hello, everyone. And I miss you. And, you know, you can always reach me online. Facebook is my preferred social media method. And, yes, I'm available. And whether I can answer right away, that's a different question. But I will.
I know you're so sweet.
Is you still there?
Yes, hello. I lost the connection there for a bit.
Okay, that's all right. Well, I say thank you for coming on, and I enjoyed it as usual. I mean, you like Misty was saying, you're a shining star, and we do appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Maritza, and I miss you, and I can't wait till the spring so we can spend some more time together.
That'd be so awesome. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, everyone. And yes,
thank you,
awesome.
My girls.
Okay, you have a good night.
Good night.
Okay, I want to give out a shout out to the Vibe Radio Network, Holly and Ryan. You all the best. And next week our show we'll have Oliver King. He's a local a political activist and organizer.
Hi, this is Maury Moreland Morrison, here to tell you Geico has more than just great savings. Much more. Geico's been around for more than 75 years, back when they were using Morse code. Sorry, that's just my sense of humor. What's more, with Geico you get 24/7 access to licensed agents on the app, online, or over the phone, so you can talk to them at night or in the morning. So forevermore, just know that no other auto insurer has more than Geico. More power to you. Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Everybody needs to understand that I'm more than simply a hype man for this rap group, just like Geico is more than just a company that can save you money. Geico also has fast and friendly claim service, so they can help you when you need it most. And while I do love being a hype man, I also love reading for children's audiobooks. Like Little Bo Peep, she lost the sheep, and she don't know where to find them. Yo!
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.